Yo, right here in the small box. Let's go ahead and dive in with this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know where you at. You know who you tapped in with. This the Flex Mob Network. You tapped in with the Flex Mob. You already know what's going on. Let's get started.
Drake is working on a new music video, and it looks like he still hasn't let go of this lawsuit. What people are reporting about the music video that he's working on in Toronto is that it goes by the name of Project Bot. And people were aware of this in Toronto after they seen the pyrotechnics pop off near the area by an airport. Drake had also shared an article that talked about the pyrotechnics that he used because of how much of a disturbance it had caused to the people in the area. People didn't really even know what it was and were getting shook when they saw it. But Drake has took to Instagram to claim that he's responsible for it. He shared other pictures on Instagram besides the article, showing that he is the one that is responsible for this pyro. So it's something that is in a controlled environment. It wasn't nothing that was real. It was just special effects. So everybody in Toronto that was freaking out, just know that this is special effects. This is not real. And this is all part of a music video that Drake is working on. But the real problem is the name of the video itself, Project Bot. You got to be kidding me. And just to be 100% sure, people had shared the paperwork related to these effects. It says here, filming notification, Project Bot, delivery date, April 12th to April 13th, 2026, to the residents and business in the vicinity of Downsview Park and the surrounding area. We will be filming exterior scenes involving pyrotechnic special effects in the marked area. Thursday, April 16, 2026, between the hours of 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. Friday, April 17th. The pyrotechnic event will be occurring after 6 p.m. and should be completed by 11 p.m. Associated dates are as follow. Our production vehicles and various pieces of film equipment will be located on private properties. All of our filming and related activities are undertaken under authority and approval of the City of Toronto Film. Any intermittent traffic stoppage control will be conducted under the safe supervision of Toronto Police Service. On behalf of the production, we thank you for supporting Toronto's vibrant film industry. So this is just confirmation that these special effects are in regards to a music video by the name of Project Bot. And the problem is that if this is a music video that Drake is working on, I can only imagine he is trying to bring up the things that he brought up in court, the same things that got dismissed in court. And I feel like this is going to get bad for Drake, because if he thinks that he could come out and try to diss Kendrick Lamar by calling him a bot, it's not going to go good for him at all, bro. I can't believe he's still trying.
But that was already dismissed. So how are we back at square one? Are you really waiting for your appeal to be approved for you to talk about this? You're trying to line up your album rollout with some court documents? Is that what you're trying to do? Because we already been here before. We already talked about this before. We already been through the process. And the process was completed. The claims that you were talking about was dismissed, and now you're trying to appeal it as if the judge is wrong. As if the professionals that were providing the documentation to let you know what hip hop is and what it's about, you're trying to sit there and say they're wrong. Is that not weird? Because to me personally, this is exactly why I start to ask questions and I look at you sideways. You're trying to flip things in your favor as if you can flip it and it's going to work like that. That's not how that works. Like, what about that amicus brief? What about that? Like, you out here trying to fool literally the city of Toronto. Bro, the only reason why it's working because no one's following this. Now you're trying to deliver narratives. I hope all the things you're doing is worth it, because through my eyes, it's not worth it in any kind of way. It's not worth it in any kind of way. And you know for a fact your opponent has another project ready. So this whole 2 years of you being out and your music not flying, your opponent potentially has another project that could fly. I hope what you're doing is worth it, because it looks strange. It looks like desperation. A lot of people not taking it in. A lot of people not clocking it. Bro, you are on your last straw. That's what it looks like you're on right now. You look like you're literally on your last straw and you don't know what else to do after this. So you're trying to put all your ducks together in this basket so you can win at the end of the day. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's worth it, because all this extra work, aside from actually making good music, it just looks tired. This looks tiring. So why you want to go out and do all this extra work, spend all this extra money, when you should be focusing everything on the music that you make? All you have to do is show your opponent that you can make better music than what you made before. And every avenue that you step in, it doesn't look like you want to achieve that. So why are you doing all this extra work to make yourself look crazy? Is my question. Just make better music. You already experimented with 50 different songs, including features. It didn't work. Find something else to do. You leaning on social media and the antics that comes with it to help push your projects as if it's going to work. Just make better goddamn music, bruh. Your opponent can do it. Why can't you do it? Since you want to sit there and claim you the greatest. Everybody calling you the greatest. Literally everybody and their moms going on the internet letting you know how great you are. So where is that greatness right now? It's like you're not even acting like the greatness exists. That's why I question. That's why I'm looking at things sideways. Because look at the route you're trying to take to get to your destination, and then look where the destination is. It's like right here, but you want to go through the Sahara Desert and come right around to get to your destination. You're doing all extra work. Suing UMG, that's extra work. All these PR campaigns, that's extra work. Just drop a banger. That's it. That's why I ask questions. That's why I'm looking at this crazy. That's why I'm looking at it sideways. You are the one that had the hits. Regardless if it was manufactured or not, you the one that had the hits. What happened to that energy? Like, I want to also make sure that I word it in a way so it's like people here understand what I'm trying to say, or understand what I'm throwing down. Because this not coming from, like, this ain't fiction what I'm talking about. All the reaction channels that we've been watching over this, like, past couple months, this is where we've been getting our information from. And it's not like hearsay or anything like that. This is undeniable information that we're getting from court documents and everything about your actions and the character that you have. That's why I'm asking questions. I want to make it clear for people in Toronto. Because I know how people in Toronto are going to start to talk. I'm not pulling things out my head as if this is the Chronicles of Narnia. All right? This ain't the Chamber of Secrets. This ain't no Harry Potter shit. This is encyclopedia shit. I'm pulling this from a source.
To repeat these ridiculous claims. Drake couldn't even win this in court. He had put this in his complaint, and now we're going to hear the same complaint that he made in court in a music video and on a record. You can't make this shit up, bro. He still hasn't given up the fact that he fucking lost, and he's still trying to blame Kendrick and UMG for bots. This guy has constantly been trying to spin a narrative and try to make it seem like they were boosting numbers in favor of Kendrick to try to knock him off the top, which is ridiculous, bro, especially when you know he already went to court about this. And the fact that they had to cook him in court about it too. This is what the judge had said directly after she dismissed the case. It says that the plaintiff argues that both Packer conditions are satisfied because the amended complaint alleges that UMG made indirect payments to a wide array of unknown third parties and also pleads sufficient factual information concerning UMG's scheme, including examples thereof, contemporary reports, as well as UMG past practices. At oral argument, plaintiff, which is Drake, stressed that Not Like Us was the fastest song to reach 300 million streams on Spotify within just 35 days, which plaintiff argues is a sufficient basis for the court to infer that defendant implemented a technique to manipulate stream totals, among other unprecedented tactics, to reach unprecedented rocketing up the streaming chart. However, the judge had said that the court disagrees. To allege that UMG implemented covert practices to manipulate streams of Not Like Us and inflate the recording's perceived popularity, plaintiff relies on tweets by individual users and reporting from fans to allege that UMG utilized covert tactics to manipulate streams of Not Like Us. The court finds plaintiffs' reliance on online comments and reporting insufficient to meet the plausible standard. The experience of a no-name person from a small set of anonymous customer reviews does not add much heft to the complaint. When the case got dismissed, they told Drake straight up, you can't prove what you're saying based upon shit that you see on Twitter and on the internet. You have to come with some factual claim that is going to prove what you're saying is true. Otherwise, you're just coming in court, wasting everybody's time. And now he's going to waste everybody's time again with this bogus ass music video. Because I'm pretty sure he's just going to repeat everything that he said in court. He's basically going to rap his amended complaint on this fucking song, bro, in this fucking music video. And Drake doesn't want this type of smoke. Because if he makes a song called Project Bot and he takes aim at Kendrick Lamar, it's not going to be no special effects. It ain't going to be no pyrotech. It's going to be the real deal. It's going to be real smoke. And I guarantee you that Drake doesn't want to take that loss again. You're going to make a song called Project Bot. I could only assume you're talking about the lawsuit and Kendrick Lamar. But if you really want to take that loss again, I hope you bring up Kendrick. I really do. Because he's going to show you that you're going to lose all over again, especially with a bullshit claim that you couldn't even prove in court. So now you're going to try to spin it on wax. That is ridiculous, bro. Get your paperwork out of the booth. It says plaintiff's allegations based on what boils down to unreliable online commentary do not form a sufficient factual basis such that there is reasonable expectation that discovery will reveal evidence of illegality. Ultimately, plaintiff fails to provide any facts or circumstances that would make it highly plausible that UMG conducted such covert business tactics. And since he couldn't prove that shit in court, he's going to make a song about it, a music video about it. But if he plans on dissing Kendrick Lamar on this record, bro, I guarantee you that is something that he's not going to want happen. He is going to get washed up all over again. And I can't believe he is taking his oral argument that he made in court and decided to make a music video about it. That is the most craziest shit that I've
Allegedly. Let's say allegedly.
ever seen. And this is the guy that you want to save hip hop. This is the guy that people are talking about, trying to spin narratives about. This guy is crying on court, and now he's crying on wax about the same shit. And if he brings up Kendrick Lamar, it's going to be real smoke, not no special effects, bro. I'm telling you that right now. It was already reported that Funk Flex had shared one of Drake's unreleased tracks, and it could be the same song that he's getting ready to drop a music video for. It could be this Project Bot or whatever it is. We'll keep it alleged. But we already know that Funk Flex is compromised. We already discussed this and watched the party die. In the song, he says, radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault, and battery. And at the time when the song had came out, a lot of people thought that he was talking about Funk Flex. Well, it looks like Funk Flex has revealed that he's still in Drake's corner no matter what, revealing this unreleased song that could be named Project Bot. Again, pushing propaganda for a check, for a salary. And it's a narrative that he couldn't even verify or prove in court. If Drake wants this type of smoke, I hope he's ready, bro, because there's not going to be no special effects if you piss that one dude off. If you piss Kendrick Lamar off, it's going to go crazy, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all can tell me how you
See, me personally, I don't think Kendrick gonna respond to all this. Cause what is there to respond to? If you're gonna keep it a bean. If this is the route you want to take, just pray that you don't crash and burn. But a lot of people that does all this extra rah-rah shit usually crash and burn. That's how it goes. This is not something that's changed over time. This is something that's always been happening in history. When you're doing too much, it's going to come back to haunt you. Plain and simple. So I hope, like I said, I hope it's worth it. I really hope it's worth it, because the way I'm seeing it, none of this is worth it. As a rapper, the things that you can rap about is endless. All you got to do is put the bars together right so that it's appealing for the audience that you have. That's it. The funniest part about Drake's audience is that you can deliver them anything they want and they will accept it with open arms. That's Drake's audience. Drake's audience is a bunch of casual fans that don't know too much about this rap shit. You can feed them whatever you want. And this is what you choose to feed your fans. Your hurt. Last time I checked, especially in therapy, when it comes to hurt people hurting people, the whole world gonna get negative. So this is how you want to feed your fans. That's not my prerogative, bro. I'm just here to just ask questions. Why are you doing this? Why you want to go down this route? Why do you want to continue to speak knowing that the things that you're saying is not true? I'm just here to ask questions, man, because it's getting ridiculous right now. You want to go and keep it a bean? What's good, Mika? It's getting ridiculous outside, man. And we got all this nice weather, and this is what you want to do with it. Nah, I'm not. I was about to end the video, but now I got to talk again. Let's think about this for a second. What have I been talking about when it comes to the summertime? And what comes with summertime music? What comes with summertime music is you buy the pool. You at a day party with a pool or something. You close to some water and you have nice sun rays bouncing off your skin. You drinking something a little strong but a little sweet at the same time. You're feeling good in this moment. You got a healthy breeze coming across your skin, coming across your face as the heat surrounds you. Look at the picture that's painted with summertime and then the music that emulates that picture. Regardless if you're looking at any other genre outside of North America or you're sticking to the genres that we know best within North America, i.e. R&B, rap, house, etc. Look what comes with summertime music. And now with summertime coming up around the corner and you clearly gearing up for some music videos. So your project's done. Now you're just getting the music videos together. That's how I see it. This is how you want to spend your time, bro. Focus on getting the people moving. Keep making me, well, how'd it go again? Keep making me dance and shake my hands and won't be no threat. Something like that from Euphoria. It's been a minute. I forgot. But you know what I'm talking about. Bro, just make the music that you need to make for the fans that desire to hear from you. Don't make it for them little boys and girls on stream. Because you don't need to focus on them whatsoever. Focus on making some music that's going to make people move and groove. And just get them to enjoy themselves. Because what you're doing, bro, like I said, I pray it's worth it. Because through my eyes, all of this is not worth it at all.